friend, and it's called Astrological Reason in Acrylics. Love is the paint you cover yourself in when you run through our lives, staining us with the crimson of your ferociousness, with splotches we can't wash out, blotches we won't wash out. You finger paint each happy memory onto us, and I feel the joy whenever I see the crude markings on my skin. How I wish they were the only markings on yours. You tell me your future is a void, straight ahead, as big as the entire galaxy. So today, I'm painting a mural for you, as big as the entire universe. 7 billion lifetimes wide and 800 million smoke puffs high. Each brushstroke is a reason you should stay, and every paint bucket is a person who cares. And when the pile of empty canisters reaches to Neptune, maybe you'll realize how much you matter. When people look on the art of everything you mean, the sky will not be the limit to the amount of times they'll think of you. No one will forget. You will not only last seconds, days, months, or years after you've gone, but centuries, engraving the life of everyone you've touched. The paint of your being will not simply wash down the sink, but sink into our everyday thoughts. So don't be guilty when it drips from your wrist and moth has to come with a cloth. Don't be angry when you try and wash out the dye that was spilled on your family room carpet all those years ago. Some things won't give, and you gotta learn to be assertive and return the old habits from which they came. Back to the black of the rabbit hole you tripped down trying to figure out if the white rabbit was a white lie or white out to cover the anger. But it was both, and that white rabbit only left a red razor. It drew you to Wonderland, but we always forget that Wonderland is just as corrupt. So when shit hits the fan and realization sets in, I may not be able to comprehend how scissor snips and doors closing fast sound like a symphony. But the day when pills spread out across the counter look like the most glorious of constellations, it will also be the day that I flush the Milky Way down the drain. When your cat scratches up your arms, I will call the fireman to rescue Snowball from its tree. When the snow falls too hard and the avalanche grabs you and drags you to the bottom of the mountain, I will hand you your hiking boots, give you your warmest toque, and tell you to climb. Choose your paths carefully. Remember to breathe, and don't forget to ask for help along the way. You'll face lions and tigers and bears, oh my, but you must keep on following that yellow brick road. You will truly realize that there's no place like home when you can't leave your tent because the storm is just too rough. But what really stumps you is whether the storm is inside or outside the tent. You will stumble off the path and get lost. This is where you remember to breathe, check the map, and realize where you want to go. If you forget, just raise your arm and point your finger to the sky. Up, that's where you want to go. This isn't going to be a cakewalk, but I do recommend frosting for when times are hard. And yes, the climb is incredibly hard, but boy, you should see that view. On top of that mountain is the best hot chocolate you have ever tasted. Enjoy it. In it are some spirits to keep you warm, 3 spoonfuls of victory, and a whole lot of hell yeah. There will be plenty of other hills to climb, but for now, just pause. You deserve the normalcy of a good cup with a great life.
So how long have you been working on that?
Like 2 months.
That's a long time. That's great. It worked out pretty well.
Esther, I don't even know what to say. I could not take my eyes off you the entire time you were performing that. It was absolutely incredible. Just the amount that you memorized and the way that you presented it was incredible. It's incredible, amazing.
That was awesome. Anger, intensity, and thanks for sharing. Because we've all seen it if you know you, but now we all know. Great work.